Welcome back to Two Pupils in a Pod. We are your hosts, Sakina and Fatima, and we are here today with episode 12, celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Woohoo! 12 months. Oh my god.
I know, who would have thought?
I I think I didn't really imagine back then that we would actually make it to 1 year. I
Oh,
mean, as much as I wanted it to work out, I don't know. There was like a part of me back then that thought that you know, down the line, like in a couple of months, this is just going to die out because we'll both be so busy with our personal lives and especially
mhm.
university. So I didn't really expect us to be here 1 year later, still going strong. And I think, yeah, for me, that's one of the biggest achievements about this podcast is that we haven't given up.
I mean, sure, we had a couple of late episodes and a
Mm.
few gaps in between, but we made sure that we came back again and again and again.
And I'm super, super proud of us.
I know. I mean, to think of it like the sole reason this whole thing has come so far, and like 1 year later, I've come to realize that it's our dynamic, it's our duo that is.
The dynamic duo.
Don't remind me of that. That was going to be our name, but okay. It's just what each of us bring to the table that has contributed to this podcast in a way that wouldn't have been if it was just, one of us. And I'm gonna admit, like, Sakina is my boss. She's the one. She's the one who pushes me every day, and I'm just the impulsive person. Like, oh, I'll get an idea one day, and I'll be like, yep, we're doing this. But Sakina's the one who's actually behind all this scheduling, all the planning, all the research, if I may say so. And I couldn't be more grateful for that.
Okay, no, okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Everything you see on our Instagram, basically how we present ourselves, it's all Fatima. So if I'm like you know handling the more boring parts, which is more about all the technical stuff about, like she said, research and schedules and all, she's definitely the more creative one, the more fun one. And yeah, sometimes I do get a little overbearing. So Fatima is just like, yo, chill. We do have time. What are you rushing for? So I think it's really important that,
We have this balance, so it just works
yeah,
out. But like, um, we were definite like noobs, if I may say so. Like, we were like complete tech illiterates, and me, I'm least interested in all of this, to be very honest. Like, all this editing and stuff, it is not my cup of tea. But we had to learn along the way.
yeah, I can confidently say that now, like today, 1 year since it all started, we are definitely more learned in the ways of podcasting. All the things that we wish somebody would have told us in
Mhm.
simpler terms when we were first getting started with the podcast. We will be sharing some of those tips with you in a few days' time.
Yes,
So,
definitely. Stick around for that. And I have to say this, I'm so proud of Sakina because oh my god, she learned how to edit. the same, the same Sakina who would like, who was just like, no, what's gonna happen? We're not gonna do this. The very same person knows how to edit and everything today, and she did it on her own, you guys. Like, nobody asked her to.
well, I guess in the end, I just didn't want to be dependent on anybody else. In the end, it's just the two of us, and we need to be self-sufficient. So, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have, ever gone out of the way to bother learning about any of these, like the technical aspects that you just mentioned. But now I realize that it's such a helpful skill because it helps me with my assignments in university and everything, and I no longer have to be dependent on anybody else to do it for me. So which is why I think it's so important that we keep experimenting, we step out of our comfort zones and try on new things. It's the best feeling in the world when you think, oh, I'm never going to be able to do this, but you eventually do it. And I think that's such a great feeling, which is going to stay with me forever. So I think that's one thing that's always going to push me to try new things and to say yes to things that are outside of my comfort zone, which is why this is one of my tips to anyone who's listening. Keep trying. I mean, keep trying new things. It's okay if you fail, and it doesn't even matter whether or not you succeed, as long as you learn something from it and that stays with you.
Oh wow,
So
I definitely agree. I didn't know we were getting so wise and philosophical here, but nothing good comes easy, and it's not like we've had such smooth sailing days,
and not just the technical aspects, also when it came down to the actual recording, we definitely use the help of scripts, that we wrote down. And even with the help of those scripts, the number of mistakes that we made, the number of times we messed up, uncountable. We would spend hours and hours just redoing our recordings, sometimes past midnight, 1 a.m, 2 a.m, and we're still struggling to get the recording right.
There were like 6 a.m recording days and 12 a.m recording days, and it's so funny because even while we are recording, we fumble and we mess up and we start talking in our native language, and it's just so hilarious that we have it all in recording, which is why we've decided to share this clip which has all of our bloopers and all of our goof ups. So enjoy. Hello.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna. Okay, sorry. It's my turn. Sorry.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. And also, if of course, wait, what point was I gonna say? Where is that point gone?
हाँ क्यों आगे गई हूँ?
Like your time 8, right?
8, 9. It'll be 7:30.
Wait, you were saying your 8 o'clock?
My 8 o'clock, yes.
Your 8 o'clock is my 6:30. No, एक second. Your 8 o'clock is my 9:30. Sorry. Ha. Sorry.
हाँ आगल छे ने. Education. Oh my god. I'll just delete these. Don't worry. Students? Wait, did I say students or schools? Oh shit. We've almost
Yet, dude, let's just do this again. We both messed up.
Yeah, wait.
Completely. Oh shit. So, co-curricular activity, and whereas co-curricular activities.
You said co-curricular for both?
Sorry, yaar.
You said co-curricular, whereas co-curricular. Hello, listeners. Ew, that was so bad. Sheesh. We decided to. No country has a perfect system, right? So, why am I saying right so much? Wow, Sakina, that. Ew, what is that? Man. Alright, so my dream school. No entrance. Entrance? Wait. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Oh shit, you and I forgot. Okay, so and then okay, go. You go ahead.
No, you say.
Okay. Okay, and also I have spoken a lot. Okay, so I just cannot shut up. So okay,
Like,
you.
please
Uh,
don't speak. I can't. No, don't.
it was good.
But I was just wondering, अपने learners with disabilities भूल ही गया.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
We directly know. I was like wondering.
Oh crap!
हाँ बोलते then you moved on to the end. I'm like, okay, कहीं नहीं.
And so basically, future. Okay, wait. Let me stop.
But wouldn't you say? Oh, my bad. Okay, huh. Drum roll, please. No, that was so bad. But wait.
Okay, 40-60 minutes is a lot. Like, I would definitely not listen to a podcast if it was that
Same.
long. Now, moving on to our next question, which was directed towards Mr. Shit.
And also, did you just say Mr.?
I said Miss. By the way, oh shit, sorry.
It's fine. Thank you, Sakina. Such a sorry.
We didn't either. Thank you. So you had to a national level. Shit. Can you please start again?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Signing off are your hosts Fatima
And Sakina.
and
I thought you were waiting for me to say.
ding 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 ding.
Believe me, when I say that is the true Fatima and Sakina. Everything that you hear in a proper podcast is just us pretending to be really sincere podcasters. Re-listening to these bloopers brings back so many memories of the times when we actually recorded them. And that actually reminds me of some of my personal favorite episodes. I think number one for me has got to be episodes of which had guest speakers, which is The Education Empire, A Diverse World, where we had, I think, 14 students come in and, contribute to the episode. And the teachers episode where we brought our teachers on board. I think that is our shared favorite category of episodes.
For me as well, like my top one has to be Teachers Day, because it was such a fun episode, and I genuinely enjoyed asking fun stuff to my teachers, which I would never have done so if I'd been in school. It was like a really nice episode, and it was definitely one of my favorites as well.
And I think another episode that I really, really enjoyed doing was forming the Reform Our Ideal Systems. I think that has got to be one of my favorite episodes because it was sort of like a culmination of my thoughts and ideas that I acquired over the year of research that I did for this podcast. And finally, playing with all of those different ideas and putting them together and creating this one massive idea. I think that was one of my favorites. Yeah,
I actually really enjoyed doing that episode too. And another one of my favorites was actually our first episode, The Biggest Conundrum, Online versus Traditional School. I still had so much fun doing it, and that is definitely one of my favorites, along with the Teachers' Day.
I think when I think about episodes that I'm not too fond of, it doesn't really have to do. It doesn't really have much to do with the content, because honestly, I loved the content of every one of the episodes. It was more about either us having to record separately, which means we couldn't do it live together, so we had to record our bits separately, and that just sort of takes the fun out of it, because you're just reading the whole thing and recording yourself. That was one. And the other one, which I'm sure not just Fatima, but we all will agree, are the episodes where our audio quality was not so good.
Yeah, and some of the content was also a little repetitive, like in terms of COVID-19 or, topics surrounding the same ideas.
Yeah, but as far as the content goes, in order to steer clear of um, repeating our content,
Mm-hmm.
we have both decided that for our future episodes, we are going to do something very different. We're obviously not going to reveal everything to you right now, but we assure you it's something quite different that we have in mind,
Mm-hmm.
and we are sure you will enjoy it.
Definitely. I mean, this past year we've done our fair share of research and um, testing the waters, kind of. And now what we have planned for the second year of our podcast, or the next phase, you could say. We're really, really excited for what's about to come. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I mean, your support means everything to us. It's one of the main reasons that we continue doing this. I mean, of course, we love podcasting, but it wouldn't be where it is now if it wasn't for all of you, our amazing, supportive audience, every one of you who has ever, given us a feedback, positive or negative.
Right.
We still appreciate that very much. Every comment, every message that we've received from you all is so meaningful to us. So, big, heartfelt thank you from us both to you all for your continued support, sticking around through the not so good audio quality episodes, through the 45 minute long episodes, for waiting patiently for 2 months, when we couldn't release an episode. Basically, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being a part of this year-long journey. And we sincerely hope you will continue to be there with us, as we have only just begun and we have such a long way to go. And we do hope that you will be with us along the way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every single comment that we receive, every single message that is sent to any of us, you best believe there are these girls who are screaming about it. Every time we receive a message, we're so happy about it. Everyone out there who takes some of their time and just listens to our episodes and whatever we do, whatever we put out there, your support genuinely means the world to us.
Absolutely. So, with that, we've come to the end of our anniversary special episode. Um, so, until next time,
Signing off are your hosts, Fatima and Sakina.